We're streaming, but we're not live in this room yet. Hi, there we go. Hi, guys. Come on in. What's up, everybody? Yo, yo. How's everybody feeling tonight? Let us know you can hear us in the chat. If you can hear us over on the Facebooks and the YouTubes. I don't think we're on YouTube. Hi, guys. Yo. What's up, George? Welcome. Good evening. Cool. All right. Awesome. What's up, Aaron? David, what's up? What's up in the house from Austin, Texas? What's up, Bianca? Hi, guys. Cool. Rick can hear us. Hi, Jackie Sharp. What's up, everybody? So, what are you guys here for? Who's here? What are we up to tonight, guys? Hi, everybody. Welcome all of our guests. Hello, hello, hello. For all of our members, it's always good to have you here on Wednesday evening. And yeah, we've been doing this show, or every single Wednesday we've been showing up for like 14 years here. If you're a guest and somebody invited you and you've got a home-based business and you're really looking for a community, you're looking for real marketing skills, you know that those guys and gals that you see on stage, they're doing something differently than what the company is telling you to do. And you want to start doing that so you can get their results, walk across your stages, sell your stuff the way they're doing it. Even if you're brand new, we can help. We can help. There's a link somewhere. You can get back with whoever invited you and they can give you a risk-free trial of this system. But we've been here a long time. We've helped develop so many cool leaders. And it's been such an honor and a blessing to lead alongside the amazing tribe here. And you're going to meet one of them here in a moment if you don't know Antonio. And we really do. We love what we do. And if you're looking for a secret weapon to help you grow your business, check out MLSP. Okay, we may give you a link at the end of this, and we're gonna have some fun tonight. So there's really guys in marketing in this business, you need people to talk to, right? And you've got two options: free or paid. And free is not really free, just so you know. It's a lot of time, and that's okay. That's totally cool. We're not throwing rocks. Hell, we teach that. That's our first step in our 10-step quick start. Hell, it's what we focus on at Level 1 Workshop is the social media networking and prospecting, which can, in the beginning, especially as you're acquiring skills and learning, it could take, a good couple of hours a day to really dial that in, get good and run through, track the right amount of numbers to your business so you can start getting some momentum. So free isn't really free, but at least it's not dollars out of your pocket if you're on a budget. That's one way to build the business, right? The other we're going to dive into tonight called paid media. And we've got a gentleman who we've known for years here inside of MLSP, a guy when our clients are ready to start spending some money to acquire leads, right? They've got they're clear on the product offering, they're clear on who they serve. They want some help, driving those exact targeted customers, potential customers to their websites, to their offers, to their webinar events, and how to do it really, as you'll see tonight, for a couple bucks a day, the way Antonio is going to do it. And guys, I've never seen, I swear, man, Jim and Antonio have like the patience of a saint because they both do very technical, could be very technical, very overwhelming, complex subjects. And they break it down, as you'll see tonight, in a very low, like it's like anybody can do it. Like fast and easy. And you'll see tonight on a very much a shoestring budget for $5 a day, you can get in the game of paid media. Drop an X in the chat. You guys, when we talk about paid media, not many of our tribe wants to learn about that because they think it could take, 10 grand a month. X in the chat if you guys are interested about driving some really congruent, targeted, hungry, motivated, laser targeted people to your stuff. You guys cool for that? Dabney, of course. Antonio knows Dabney quite well. Hi, Paul. What's up, George? What's up, Jennifer? Cool. Well, we're going to bring out the man. Guys, he's free. He's recently moved. His life just like really, it's cool right now, man. He's got his agency. He's got cash flow coming in, clients. He's got, recently found a girl, moved out of New York City into where are you actually in Charlotte? Where are you right now?
Yeah, I'm in Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte, cool, and love North Carolina, man. And guys, he did it just a few short years ago. He found that he got started in network marketing, like most of us do. There's the low barrier of entry. Got started in that gateway drug we like to call network marketing, and it wasn't really for him, to be honest. He did it. He made some money. It really wasn't his thing, and he found a passion, right? He found what an audience would pay for, what they desperately need, and that's leads. And he got very good at many chat bot marketing, paid marketing, driving people into Messenger, Facebook Messenger, and Facebook ads. And now he's dabbling in other, he's adding other platforms, TikTok, YouTube, other platforms, so he can keep growing his skills. He got good at something, guys. He got really good at something. And because of that value, he is free. And man, what a cool concept. What a cool, I mean, we say that all the time, but to let that sit where he mastered a skill set and now he's free, works at home, laptop, cell phone, boom. It's possible, y'all. One of our dear friends, Antonio Thompson, we were just talking, we got to meet up live. It's been way too darn long since we had him here in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir. Welcome, man. We're happy to have you.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate that that awesome intro. And like the thing is, it all started here. Like, you got everything you need to kind of figure out where you want to go with your business, and the training is right here. So I, am truly grateful for this community, grateful for you and the company, because without this, I would not have found what I was really passionate about.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Well, you're kicking ass, dude. And that was all you. We'll take maybe 1% of 1% credit, but man,
I found a course online and I went through it, which is how it happened. I found your Michelle Pescos-Lito course.
Yeah.
Went through it. That's how I started.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Oh, well, dude, where are we going? I'm here all week. I love this stuff. I love listening and watching you train. Is it really that easy? 3 steps, anybody can do it?
If you follow 3 steps, it can be. It can be. The thing about it is, like, a lot of people will go to these platforms without a strategy, and they'll just throw money at the platform hoping to get a result. And with no strategy, you're wasting money. And so what I'm gonna share tonight is 3 simple things that you can do, different types of ads you can run to get people to talk to.
I'm game. We're not doing any mini chat stuff, right?
No.
No chatbot stuff. Cool.
It's not in here, but there's a mention of automation, but it's not in the presentation.
All right, cool. Well, guys, grab your popcorn, hang out to the end. If you're a guest, I encourage you to join the community at the end, but we'll get to that at the end. I'm excited, man. Thank you for being here, and taking time out of your busy schedule to train on this.
Sure.
Cool. So what do you say, and I'm sure you're going to address this as you pull up the slide deck as we start, because I know this is a false belief of all brand new people that you need money to run paid ads. And more you hear that out there because you hear the cost of ads going up, and it's just hard to sustain and figure it out and get out there profitably, especially if you're brand new. What are your thoughts?
Well, you do need money. You can't do without any money.
Right.
The question is, how much do you need? And it really depends. You'll see in some examples, I have clients that are, getting leads at a couple cents. Some clients are getting leads at a couple of dollars. Others are getting leads at $10, $15. It depends on, what you're offering. The audience is still possible. Yeah.
Okay.
And you can do it with $5 a day still.
Where are those what industry are a couple cent leads coming in, or did you find some loophole, some crazy?
No, keto.
Damn, that's awesome. Wow.
Fishing niche. And then I have someone, it's not, so it's also the offer, right? It has to be, congruent with the audience. It has to solve a problem. And if it doesn't do that, it's going to be expensive because you're competing against other people in the marketplace, right? Other advertisers. But if you got a good offer, a good lead magnet someone actually wants, and you found the right audience, it will convert.
Hell yeah. Well, it sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Cool.
I can go ahead and
brother. It's all your it's all you guys. And just so what's also inspiring about Antonio, I know many of you guys will be, want to have agencies, whether that's in the creative space where you're doing design, or it's, some type of life coaching, or maybe running ads like this. Antonio's done that around this skill set. It's really, really something special. And it's just, I love you, man. Yeah, I'll turn off my screen so I don't take up space, but I'm here. I may hop in for some questions. And guys, for our members, we will be chopping this up. We will be creating some type of, freebie course, updated, Facebook ads, quick start for those who want to dive into paid media. It's gonna be a great start. Great place to start here tonight.
Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
All right.
We're good.
I can move me actually X out of this and hide the toolbar.
And that screen, that desktop is so clean. There's like only 3 icons. Oof.
We should
Very
saw it
nice.
before. I moved I moved everything into one folder on the desktop.
I did that like 3 weeks ago, dude, for a training. That's so awesome.
That's the trick.
That's so funny. I seriously just did that. That's awesome.
Yep. Cool. Awesome. So tonight we're talking about a 3-step simple ad formula to quickly set up and run your first Facebook ad campaign to get more likes, engagement, leads for less than $5 a day. It is absolutely possible. Here's what you're gonna learn tonight. You're gonna learn my 3-step formula to quickly get up and running with your first Facebook ad, get more followers, likes, comments, leads, sales, and sign up starting today. I'm gonna show you how to target the exact people who are most likely to be interested in what you have, and then sit back and let Facebook, aka Meta, bring you customers. I'm gonna share with you my simple ad creation strategy so you put the right message in front of your perfect prospect every single time. I'm gonna share with you secrets to ethically bribe your audience to give you their contact info and get on your email list, because we all know the power is in the list, the money is in your list. I'm gonna share with you how to use the right images to immediately grab attention. You'll get my favorite places to find them, and you'll learn how to get everything set up today in this 45, 60-minute webinar so you can start running traffic today. So a question for you: are Facebook ads still worth it? Right? We've heard all of the apocalyptic stories about, iOS updates and Facebook removing targeting and privacy concerns, but are Facebook ads, Meta ads, still worth it in 2022? I'm gonna let the results speak for themselves for my customers. So here's an example of what's really possible with Facebook ads, AKA Meta advertising, right? Here's a campaign we started in September 2020. Keep that in mind, September 2020, and it's still running today. Through iOS, through the targeting changes, through all the debacle that Facebook has gone through, it's still running, and we're getting leads at a very, very cheap cost. We generated 14,893 leads since September 2020 at a cost at 8 cents to $1.19. This is that customer, Brian, I was telling you about, that is in the keto niche. And all it is a free PDF.
Wow.
Free PDF. Another customer. We started this campaign last month, ran it for a week. This basically is a giveaway for some fishing gear. People love free stuff. So 2,342 leads generated in about 2.5 weeks. Cost per lead, 43 cents. Another customer here. This campaign started also in June. It's still running today. And it's simply a quiz. 192 leads generated since June last month. And we're getting leads at $1.82. It is incredibly still a valuable platform, I will say. Another example, this campaign actually restarted this May. We ran it previously before, but we had an ad account shut down, so we start over again. But this campaign recently started in May, 949 leads generated at a cost of $1.76. So when you give your audience what they want, they will opt in for it and do it at a high rate and at a low cost. Another example here, this is a financial customer in the financial industry, helping women, master their money. We started this campaign in September of 2020. She's sending people to a webinar, 844 registrants since 2020 at a cost of $6.94. And she's, doing pretty well in terms of conversion, right? So spent about $6,000, made about $11,000 in terms of profit. Now, these numbers aren't completely accurate because of the iOS update. There's some fluctuations here. We probably have more sales than actually reported here, but you can see that it's still working. So the answer to the question is Facebook ads, Meta advertising still worth it? The answer is yes. Facebook Meta is still the place to be. Now, as Brian mentioned before, I've been exploring and expanding other ad platforms, but if you're going to get started with advertising, Facebook is a place to start, right? Because all the other platforms kind of model and follow the same process as setting up ads on Facebook. And if you have that building block, you can go to any platform and run ads, right? We're doing TikTok ads now. We're doing Google ads. We're doing YouTube ads. We're actually into digital television ads, so streaming ads as well. And the process on all these platforms are very similar. So if you get your start with meta advertising, you can branch out and add other platforms as well. So why is Facebook and Meta still the place to be? Well, it is still the largest social network in the world. 3.6 billion monthly active users across Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and WhatsApp. The average adult spends 33 minutes on Facebook per day, 29 minutes per day on Instagram, 28 minutes per day on WhatsApp. You still have the ability to target the right people with the right message. And ad costs have gone up slightly, but it's still one of the most affordable places to advertise online. You saw previously, I've got customers generating leads at a couple cents, oops, what happened there? Can you see what did I do? My screen just go away? Here we go. As you can see, in the previous slide, we are getting leads at a very decent cost. So I'm going to walk you through basically how advertising works on the platform, and then we'll dive into kind of like the 3 steps, because you have to have a foundation of like, how does this advertising thing work on Facebook? How does Facebook actually know to put ads in front of the right people? And so meta advertising works in this way, right? The information you gave Facebook when you set up your account, right? Your name, your email, your phone number, the things you followed on the platform. That's how they have data on you, right? Your birthday, if you're married or single, if you have children, all that information is collected by the platform. They also know when you were creating your account and what you do on the platform, right? The pages you like, right? The interests that you engage with, the posts that you engage with, they actually are monitoring this, right? And all the apps do this, it's not just Facebook, right? Google does it, YouTube does it, Snapchat does. They all do it to collect data, because that's how they make money, right? They don't sell your data specifically, saying, hey, this is Antonio Thompson, he likes, fruit cups, to an advertiser. It's aggregated, right? So they share this information to advertisers to let them know, hey, we've got X number of people who have an interest in fruit cups. You might want to target them with your new organic fruit cup, whatever it is. If you watch videos on the apps, right? Facebook monitors that, knows that. If you visit certain websites outside of Facebook, and companies have what's called the pixel installed on those sites, Meta knows that. If you subscribe to an email list, right, you opt in for a lead magnet from MLSP or Tony Robbins, right? The advertiser has the ability to now upload that list to Facebook. And if there's a match, right, now you can see ads from Tony Robbins and MLSP because you're on their list. So meta advertising is what we call objective-based advertising. And typically most platforms are this way, right? You tell the platform exactly what you want, what's the goal you want to achieve, and they'll deliver it to you. Now, I always share the story about someone that I was working with as a client, a coaching client I was working with. And, we were trying to figure out why previously he had spent I think it was $10,000, $20,000 on ads and didn't get a result, didn't get the result that he wanted. And so the first thing I did was look at his ad account, and the first thing I noticed was his objective was incorrect, right? In his mind, he wanted leads, but what he told Facebook he wanted was engagement. So when you get into this platform and you start advertising, you have to be very clear about what it is you want to accomplish with your ads, because if you aren't clear, you're going to spend a lot of money on an objective that's not getting you what you want. And so the different objectives are brand awareness, reach, traffic, app installs, engagement, conversions, catalogs. And we'll talk more about this, but these are the blueprints for what Facebook is going to do when you start running traffic. This is what you're telling Facebook, hey, I want this to happen. I want to get people to watch my video. I want people to send me a message. I want people to go to my website and buy something. That's the information you're giving to Facebook upfront. Meta is also, and I'm using Meta and Facebook interchangeably. I'm trying to get used to this whole like new name, but it's coming. Meta operates on a bidding platform, right? So basically, when you create an ad campaign, you're basically joining a worldwide auction. As I mentioned earlier, the reason why we're able to get low cost of leads in those customer examples that I shared is because we're winning in the auction, right? When we put an ad out there, we're competing against other people who are targeting the same audience, right? In that keto example, we're targeting other people who are targeting the same keto audience. And because our cost per lead is low, that means we're actually doing well in the auction. If our costs were higher, that means other advertisers are winning the auction. Their ads are more congruent. They're converting at a higher level because it's working with the audience. And so it's an auction. So you're bidding against other advertisers on the thousands of 100,000 advertisers to buy real estate on the platforms, right? Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, right? You're paying to show your ad on these platforms. And by default, bidding is set to the lowest cost. So when you're in this auction, right, Facebook is saying, okay, I'm going to give the lowest cost per result, per lead, per registrant, per purchase to the advertiser that is winning the auction. And so when you're winning the auction, your costs are much lower. Let's talk about the structure of the ads, right? So this structure actually translates again to other platforms as well. They may call them something different, but the structure is very, very similar. At the top level, you have your campaign, right? This is where you choose your marketing objective, right? What do you want to accomplish with this ad, right? Do you want website visitors? Do you want conversions? Do you want engagement? Do you want video views? What do you want to accomplish with your ad? The second level is your ad set level. This is where you choose your targeting, right? Where your ad is shown, right? Your budget and a duration of your campaign. At the ad level, this is where you create the ad, right? Your image, your video, your headline, your text, your call to action button, links, etc. Now I have an asterisk here because you can also set the budget at the campaign level, which allows a Meta to optimize your budget for the best performing ad sets. So that's just another option you have in terms of setting your budget at the campaign level or the ad set level. But this is how the campaigns are structured. You have your campaign level, your ad set level, and then your ad level, okay? So let's talk about the various objectives. And as you can see here, there are three categories here. There's awareness, consideration, and conversion. Now, there is an easier way to run ads on the platform, and you probably have seen this. It's like the blue button on your profile, or on Instagram, there's buttons where you can actually boost the post or run an ad directly from your profile. That is the simplest type of ad you can run. I'm gonna tell everyone right now in the webinar, those ads are Meta's way of getting you to spend money without a plan. So I'm gonna say, anytime you see a blue button or you see Facebook telling you, hey, this post is doing better than 85% of your other posts, you should probably boost it. Ignore Facebook, right? They want you to spend money because that's how they make money. When it comes to advertising, you want to be strategic about how you spend money. And this webinar is going to help you do that. So ignore the blue button, ignore any recommendations by Facebook because they want you to spend money. And if it's not part of your plan, don't go with it. So we have the objective, right? Again, what are you looking to accomplish with this campaign? Awareness. This is all about just bring awareness to your brand, right? The goal of this type of objective is to get people just to see your ads, right? Not really to engage with them, not really to send them to a place off Facebook. It's really just to get people to see your ad, to raise awareness of your brand. I will tell you, I hardly ever use this campaign objectives of brand awareness and reach. Hardly ever. Consideration. This is where a good bulk of my efforts are spent when it comes to running paid traffic. Consideration, it's your traffic, sending people to a website, engagement, so likes, comments, and shares, app installs, video views, lead generation, messages. That's where I spend a lot of my time, right? And I'm going to encourage you to do the same in this webinar. The third area is conversions. And conversions are really high intent actions, right? You're sending someone to a website to actually do something, right? Conversion is one objective where you're getting people to go to the website, become a lead, go to a website and buy something. Catalog sales, if you had a catalog on the platform, you can optimize for sales, and store traffic is getting people to your brick and mortar store. All right. So let's talk about, so I will say this, let me go back a second real quick. So this may look different on the right-hand side here where you see the three rows of objectives. This may look different depending on the version of Ads Manager you have. Facebook is constantly making changes. And so they are rolling out a simplified version of objectives. It's called ODAX. So it's gradually being rolled out in 2022. And they just consolidating from the 11 objectives to 6 now. So you have awareness, traffic, engagement, leads, app promotion, and sales. So awareness is going to encompass brand awareness, reach, and video views. Traffic is going to just encompass traffic, so send people to a destination on or off Facebook. Engagement is going to encompass engagement, video views, messages, and conversions. And leads is going to encompass lead generation, messages, and conversions. And app promotion is app installs, and then sales are conversions, catalog sales, and store traffic. So you can see in this image here how things are going to be shifting as this new ODAX objective is rolled out. So take a screenshot if you need to, so you know how things are being moved towards this new objective. All right, let's talk about policy because this is very, very important. What you can and cannot advertise on Meta. Now, I highly encourage you to review Meta's ad policies because we are in industries that are highly scrutinized by the platform, and I've been shut down more than I like to admit, not because of policy violations, sometimes because of policy violations, but oftentimes it's not my fault. But knowing what is allowed on the platform, knowing how to appeal, your ad account being disabled or your business manager getting restricted or shut down is important. So make sure you bookmark this link here so you are aware of what's allowed on the platform and how you can promote your business in a way that doesn't violate the ad policies. Quick note, actually, this morning I woke up and my business manager on Facebook was restricted. So things happen because of just the bots just like going through reviewing stuff, and things just happen by accident. But knowing what the policies are and how to effectively appeal some of these decisions that are made almost automatically is important for you to know, because it will happen. Don't think that your ad account won't get shut down. Don't think that your ads won't get disapproved. They will. You need to know what to do when that does happen. So I just want to list some of the major prohibited items on Facebook, or Meta rather. Tobacco, legal products, illegal or recreational drugs, unsafe supplements, adult content, surveillance equipment, MLM. So here's the thing about MLM, right? You have to be strategic about how you use the platform to generate leads for your network marketing business, right? You can't go out there and say, make $5 million in 2 seconds, right? Or, join my business and learn how to make 6 figures, while you sleep. It's not going to fly, right? So you have to be use the strategies that we learned here in MLSP to attract people to you through a lead magnet, through some value. And then when you get them on your list, when you get their phone number, then you connect with them and share with them how you can help them. But ads that are, just product focused or, business building focused typically will not do well or get disapproved and get your ad account disabled. Now, there are instances where things slip through the cracks, where some ads get approved and they are saying, make $10 million in 6 seconds. But trust that the bots are constantly rolling on Meta and looking for violations for on their policies. So just be mindful of that. And when you're writing your ad, just be aware of the following, right? Don't Meta wants their platform to and despite what you might think, they do want to have users to have a very positive experience on the platform, right? They want people to come back, and if there's constant negativity, or folks are running ads that are hitting on personal problems like weight, or disability, or gender things, right, that can have a negative impact on the platform. So those are reasons why ads can get disapproved, right? Because you're talking about someone's personal attributes. You have to be creative about how you articulate your product and service, right? Using, if you're in weight loss, find a different angle in terms of just talking about, hey, are you overweight, want to lose 50 pounds in 10 days, right? That's not going to fly on the platform, because you're talking about a negative issue with a person. Before and after pictures typically aren't approved because they're showing, again, that sort of personal just touch, right? You don't want people to feel a certain way about their body or how they look. Bad grammar, profanity. This is something that comes up every now and again, right? You'll get flagged on that. Misleading or false content, right? MLM typically is considered misleading, or what do you call it? Not exaggerated, but it's not realistic, right? We know that there are opportunities for us to make a significant income through MLM, but Facebook doesn't see it that way. And so you have to play by their rules and find different language to use. A non-functional landing page, that means if you're sending someone to a landing page and it doesn't load, that can be cause to get your ad disapproved. If you send them to a landing page and your ad is talking about, how to get 7 leads on Facebook using, Reels, but you send them to a landing page where it's all about your business, there's a disconnect. And so that can be used as that can make Facebook or Meta disapprove your ad because it's not congruent with where you're sending traffic from the ad. Using Facebook's brand's assets. So you can't use their logo or Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp logo in your brand, in your images, but you can say the name of the platform in your ad copy. All right, mindset. This is very, very important in anything, right? In everything we do, right? Mindset is probably the most important thing. I said it in a wake-up call a while ago, like, 85, I would say 90% of business building is mindset. Running ads is no different. You must have the right mindset when you're running ads. Think like a business owner. I know it's sometimes challenging to do so when you're in network marketing and you're not really making any money, significant income, but you want to run some ads, right? You have to think like a business owner, right? And say, hey, if I was a brick and mortar business, if I was running a pizza shop, I'd have to figure out how to get customers into my store, right? My pizzeria. So think like a business owner and say, all right, I need to set aside some money so that I can leverage some paid traffic to get customers into my door, to get people to talk to about my business, targeted people to talk about my business. And as I mentioned in the beginning of this presentation, right, we're not talking about thousands of dollars on the platform. As little as $5-10 a day over the course of 30 days, that can really make a significant difference in your business. Realize it's not the lottery, right? It can produce lottery results, right? Where if you have a product that you're selling and you give Facebook $10-20 in, and on the back end you sell 5 or 10 products and you make $100, right? It can be this sort of game here, but recognize that it's not a lottery, right? It's not something that is automatically going to produce lottery results. Paid ads is an investment. Paid ads is an investment. You have to be willing. Here's the thing. You have to be willing to say, all right, I've got $300 over the next 30 days. I'm going to invest $10 a day in advertising. I have to be okay with losing that $300, but learning in the process. Because what you're going to do is get an education in paid ads, right? It's about buying data to figure out what works. I can't think of any marketer that has set up an ad and it automatically worked from the beginning. I have not done that myself, right? There's always tweaks to be made. And if you're not willing to make the investment to say, I'm willing to invest to figure this out, to make it work, then you shouldn't run ads. Okay. Play offense, not defense, right? So on constantly, you have to be looking at the information, making adjustments on the fly, right? You can't just sit back and wait and watch Facebook or Meta to do what it's going to do. You got to be involved in the process, watch how things will happen, make adjustments along the way to make sure that you're reaching the right audience, to make sure it's, getting you the results that you want. And if it's not, you have the ability to turn it off, right? Unlike television advertising, radio advertising, once you pay, magazine advertising, right? Once you pay for those ads, they're out there. You can't make any adjustments. And if you do, it's going to cost you a lot of money to do so. But with digital marketing, these platforms like Meta, Google, YouTube, right? You have the ability to make adjustments on the fly without wasting a ton of money. But you got to be paying attention to the information, to the data. All right, I'm going to pause here for a second. Are you ready for the 3-step ad formula? Just let me know in the comments. I'm going to just make sure we're good here. Brian, we're good? Let me just go to the chat real quick. Cool, I see I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. You're, yes, ready, ready, ready. Cool. Awesome, awesome. Sweet. Cool, let's do it. All right. Step 1, connect people to your brand. That's step 1. Taking notes, write down step 1, connect people to your brand. Do you know who your ideal customer is? These are questions for you to ask yourself. Do you know who your ideal customer is? Do you already have an existing audience? And let me go back a second, because you should know, if you don't know this, excuse me, running paid advertising can only be done from a business page. Okay, just want to make that distinction. You can only run paid traffic on Meta's platform, with an S, from a business page. So you need to have a business Facebook page and a business Instagram a professional Instagram account in order to run advertising, paid advertising. So these 2 questions are important, right? Do you know who your ideal customer is? And number 2, do you already have an existing audience? Okay. If the answer is yes to having an existing audience, are they who you want to connect with? Right? Are they the people that you want to connect with your product, your service, or opportunity? Are they the people you want to connect with? And if they are, if they're not, you want to get clear on who you want to connect with. Right? You can conduct research using Google. We're not going to go into audience research at all on this particular webinar, but you want to find out, who it is that you want to sell your product to, who it is that you want in your world. Use Google, use Facebook, use Amazon to find out who it is you want to connect with and where they're hanging out. You can utilize tools like, and I'll show you this in an example, Facebook audiences to find targeted options on Facebook. You can also use a tool called Interest Explorer, which allows you to find targeting options as well. Now, if you already have an existing audience, the question for you is, where are they? Right? Are they people who have interacted with your Facebook business page? Again, you got to have a business page in order to run ads. Are they people who visited or interacted with your Instagram profile? Right? Must be a professional account. Are they people who watch one of your videos on Facebook or Instagram? Are they your website visitors where your pixel, your Meta Pixel is installed? Are they people on your email list? Right? If you have an existing audience already, these are perfect folks to reach out to with your advertising, because they already ideally have engaged with you in some way and they know you. Now, if you don't have an audience yet, you got to do research. And what we're talking about now is all the pre-work you have to do to even get into the ads manager, right? And I talk about strategy. If you don't have a sense of this basic stuff, or this foundational stuff, I will say, running ads is going to be difficult and you won't get the results that you want. Okay, so if you don't have an audience yet, you got to do research. Here are some things that I consider when I'm doing research, right? I want to know, I want to know who my ideal audience is, right? Their age, their gender, race, ethnicity, education level, location, income level, languages spoken, relationship status, professional status, political affiliation. What else do you might know about them? I also want to know, what are they searching online? What industry keywords are they connected with? What authorities and influences are they following online? What books and magazines might they be reading or engaged with? What events do they attend? Are they a part of any professional associations, right? Do they have hobbies? What brands do they buy from? What websites do they visit? Shows do they watch, right? All this, let me go back. All this information here is important as you develop your ideal customer profile. The more you know about your ideal customers, the better you can target them with Facebook ads, right? The more you know, the better you can target them with ads. Here's a quick example that I pulled together for what we're going to use today in our ad setup, right? Here's my ideal customer demographic example, right? They're age 24 to 54. They are women. They have some level of college, income level between 75K and above. They're in the US and Canada, and they speak English. Ideal customer interest example, right? Keywords, network marketing, direct sales, upline, sponsor, some authorities, Ray Higdon, Sarah Robbins, Eric Worre, Diane Hockman, My Assistant Pro, Todd Falcone, Richard Bliss. These are all influencers in the industry who I may be able to target on Meta. Books and magazines, right? That should say direct selling news, home business connection, network marketing business journal, network marketing times, success from home, success magazine. These are all things that my audience will probably be reading or engaged with. Professional associations, right? The Association of Network Marketing Professionals. This is how you figure out who it is you're looking for. And you have to do this work before you get into the ads manager. All right, so connecting people to your brand. We're going to utilize the objective of engagement, right? So under the, when you go into the ads manager, under consideration, we're going to choose engagement. We want people to engage with a particular post. So here are some examples of posts that you could create. Here's one that I created a while ago. And this is simply a quote from Teddy Roosevelt. And then I added my own, addition to it, right? The question is, are you in the arena or are you in the stands, sidelines, criticizing? Criticism is cheap. Anybody can criticize. Creating something of value is significantly more difficult. I challenge you, especially in these turbulent times, to get in the game and create. The goal of this ad is to build my audience and get people to engage with me. So once someone likes or hearts this particular post, I'm inviting them to like my page. This is how I'm growing my audience on my business page. Okay, so I've got a post, image of myself at the Coliseum, a quote, and some additional text to go with the quote. And I'm running this as an engagement ad to my ideal customers so that they can follow me, like my page. Okay, so I'm building my audience. We talk about BES, build, engage, sell, right? We're building an audience on our business page. The second way you can do this, so you invite them to your page by clicking on invite it. And the second way you can do this by connecting to your brand is by running a likes ad. And this is another brand that I work with. It's all about helping kids develop a love for learning and reading. And so we're growing our business page to get people to like our stuff. So a likes ad, still effective, still works, and it's pretty straightforward. So there's an image there we chose, and then we have text on the top, like our page for fun animated content to help your child develop a love for learning and reading. Simple as that. Ready for a live demo? Let me know.
All right, guys, hit us up in the Q&A. We're going to have Antonio, I think, yeah, definitely. Let's dive into live demo. But guys, hit us up with questions and we'll see if we can address them at the end, okay?
Yeah.
But pretty good, cool, pretty good stuff. Not crazy complicated, right?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. Let me hide controls here. And let me make this a little bigger. Oops, let me go to inbox. All right. So to get to the ads manager, what you would do is you would click on the hamburger stack here menu. There's 9 dots here, basically. Click on add, and it'll take you to the ads manager. This will probably take me to an ad account that is disabled. So I'm gonna probably close this out. No, it didn't. It took me to this one. Okay, cool. So this is one with the simplified objectives. So I'm going to walk you through how you would set this up using the simplified objectives, and then the other one with the 11 objectives. How's my screen, Brian? Actually, this is not good because I can't use this. Let me go to the other one.
Can you blow it up a little? You're doing it right now. Yeah?
Yep.
There you go.
Cool. So we're going with an engagement objective, right? We want engagement on our particular post. And in fact, what I did earlier today is I created a simple, where is that? This image post here. Simply says the only time you fail is when you fall down and stay down. Now you could click this button here and boost it. Again, don't recommend that. I'm going to create the ad directly from the ads manager. So this is the simplified simplified objectives. We're going to choose engagement here. Again, it says good for Messenger, WhatsApp, Instagram Direct, video views, post engagement. We want post engagement. We continue. And we'll give our campaign a name. So we'll just say, image, post engagement. Special ad categories. Now, if you're in a business promoting a product that deals with credit, employment or housing or social issues, election or politics, you have to choose a special ad category. What this does, it definitely restricts you on certain features in terms of setting up ads so that we don't discriminate or get into legal issues with the federal government. So if you are running ads in those areas, you have to declare that by one of the categories here. This is not about employment, credit, or housing. It's just to get engagement on a post. So we got to worry about that. Campaign details. This is the auction. So again, we're entering the worldwide auction on Meta to get engagement. Our objective here is engagement. You can set a spending limit at the top of the campaign. What this does is you tell Facebook, hey, or Meta rather, I only want to spend $100 on this campaign. And so no matter what your budget is, Meta will only spend $100 on this campaign in total. Okay, you can do that. A/B testing, I typically don't use this at all. But if you wanted to try different images, ad text audiences, you could. We only got one image here, so I'm not really going to use this at all. As I mentioned before, you can set the budget at the campaign level, so you can turn this on if you want. I'm going to leave it off because we're only going to target one audience and with one ad, so we don't need it on. We'll hit next. And now we're at the ad set level. This is where we choose our audience. We set our budget and we choose where the ad is going to be placed. So we're going to call this, I usually name this the audience I'm going to be targeting. So I'm going to call this network marketing leaders. That's the audience I'm going to target, the authorities and leaders in network marketing. You're going to choose where you want to drive engagement. Engagement will be on the ad, and the engagement type is going to be post engagement. Okay, we want people to engage on the post, like, comment, and share it. Okay. Optimization and delivery. We're optimizing for post engagement, but if you wanted to click down and see what other options are, daily unique reach, meaning showing the ads to a person once a day. Impressions, or sending this ad to as many people as possible. We want post engagement. We want likes, comments, and shares. That's what we want. Okay. You can set a goal for cost per result. It's optional. I don't put that in there at all. So leave it blank. And then we set our budget and schedule. So let's say we start with $5 a day. We run this for a week. Oops, no. the 6th. Run this for a week. Okay. Now we get into the audience section, right? This is where you decide who you want to see your ad. And so going back to our example in terms of the demographics I shared with you, right? We don't have a custom audience. This is where we would have, like, if you want to include our email list or people who engage with our business page or watch the video of ours, you can have a custom audience here. We're gonna keep this open and choose location. And based on what I shared in the slide, we went with United States and Canada. We want people who actually live in these locations. So people who are living in this location, not people who are living in or mostly recently in this location. People who actually live in the United States and Canada. So we'll say Canada here. And then the age range was 24 to 54. And we said our gender was women only. And then detailed targeting. This is like where you put in your options to see if your interest, to see if they come up. So I'll throw in like Ray Higdon, and he comes up. I'll throw in Eric Worre, and he comes up. I'll throw in Miley System Pro, because ideally the people that are following My System Pro have an interest in network marketing, I would imagine. They might not be in MLSP yet, so maybe they want to connect with me because I'm, a good guy. You could also go to suggestions and see what Facebook recommends. And here's what I will say. You want to make sure the interests that you have in your ad set are related to each other, right? So we're talking about authorities and leaders here. I wouldn't go ahead and put in Robert Kiyosaki because he's not a leader in network marketing. Yes, network marketers, read his books and follow him, but his audience is very, very wide, right? You can do companies, but I wouldn't put them in the same ad set as your leaders. I would create a second ad set focused on companies if that's what you want to target. I'm not seeing any other leaders here, so I'm going to go back and go to my my document and see what else comes up. So we got Sarah Robbins. Let's see if she comes up. Boom, she does. Todd Falcone. He does not come up. Matt Morris. He does come up. Richard Bliss Brook. He does come up. Okay. So those are, some options here in terms of authorities and leaders that you can target. If you look on the right-hand side here, estimated audience size is 1.3 to 1.5 million. Pretty cool. Okay. Scroll down. Languages, we can do all English because I don't speak English. So, and then we get to placements. This is where your ads are going to be shown. Now we want to get comments or likes, comments, and shares on this particular post so we can invite them to our business page. So we don't want Facebook to automatically tell us where to show the ad. We want to manually decide where the ad is shown. So instead of automatic placements, we're going to choose manual placements. Okay. If we scroll down, you see all the 10 different places that your ad can be shown. So I'm actually going to uncheck Instagram and audience network because there's no way for me to invite people from Instagram to like my business page through the invite button I showed you earlier. So we only want this ad to show on Facebook and specifically in the Facebook newsfeed. So we're going to uncheck marketplace. We're going to uncheck video feeds. We're going to uncheck in-stream. We're going to uncheck search and uncheck in article. So now this ad is only going to show in the newsfeed so people can actually engage with it. Now we can ignore this estimated audience size because it's not accurate. There's no way that audience dropped to 1,400 people. So that's incorrect. But we're running this only in the Facebook newsfeed. We'll hit next. And now we're going to grab our image. So we'll say quote image is the name of the ad. We'll choose the page that we want to, where the image is. It's right there, that page. Then we scroll down and you're going to choose the ad setup. You can create an ad or you can use an existing post, right? Because the post is already on my page here, I can just select it, right, from the select post here, which is here. Hit continue. Now the post shows up here on the right-hand side. Now you have the option to add a call to action button, but I don't recommend that because your goal is to get people to just engage with it. You don't want to send them anyplace else. You just want them to engage with them, right? Engage with the post. So we'll hit publish. No tracking necessary because you're only getting engagement on the platform. None of this is important right now, so you can ignore it. We'll click the green button on the right-hand side here to publish the ad. And it's publishing. And voila, your first ad is done. Cool. All right, we're gonna do the same thing from the other type of the other 11 objectives. The same process, just looks differently, a little different. Do it quickly. We'll choose engagement. We'll scroll down. We'll choose post engagement. Hit continue. I'm not going to go ahead and name it because we just went through that already, but it's the same process as before. This is new advantage campaign budget. We don't want that on, so we'll turn it off. Basically campaign budget optimization, just named differently. We'll hit next. Set our budget to $5 a day as before. We'll set an end date of the 13th. Same setup as before, so we're going to change the audience location. Change the age range, so 24 to 54. I'm not going to put in all the demographics in terms of, or interest rather, but I'll put in a few. So Ray Higdon, Eric Warre. Okay. We'll scroll down. Placements. Again, the name is changing. Names change here. Advantage plus placements recommended. We use manual placements because we want to decide where it's shown. And we only want this on the feed. So we're going to uncheck search in article. Post engagement. Cool, that's all good there. Hit next. We choose the page again. We use existing post again. And voila, publish. So it was an error. What was the error? Audience is too narrow, broaden your audience. Okay, so I need to add more in there. My lead system, bro. Sarah Robbins. That should do it. Publish. And we're good to go there. So that's the post engagement ad that I showed you earlier as an example. The other ad to get engaged or get engagement people to like your page is the page likes ad. It's pretty similar in terms of setup. So once you do this process over and over again, it becomes a lot easier and you kind of do it with your eyes closed. But create an ad. I don't want to do that from the campaign. I'll go back here to the campaigns and check that. Create. It's still going to be engagement, right? Continue. And instead of, let me just double check here. Yep, with engagement. Same thing here. We go to the ad set level. We want page likes. So we'll type in the page again. So conversion event can happen on the page, which is a like. Then we're optimizing for ad delivery for page likes. Okay. So for this one, instead of choosing on your ad, you're choosing on Facebook, select your page, it'll automatically shift to page likes. Right. And you go to the same process. So $5 a day, start and end date, 13th. Choose your audience again. I'm gonna skip all this again because we just went through it for the other audience. We'll throw in the targeting options we said before, but it's the same process that we just went through. Okay. And again, for placements, you can choose, you can let this be automatic because you're not going for engagement. So you just want people to like the page, and there's like a button that says thumbs up. So you can keep it on automatic placements, let Facebook do what they do best. Because the ad will show in the news feed, it'll show in search and other places. And here at the ad level, you would then choose an image to go with it. I don't know if I have an image somewhere. Page images. We could choose this one here. And we just add copy, right? What do we want them to do? We want them to like the page, right? So like my page for up-to-date tips and strategies to grow your business with paid ads. That's it. And then you hit publish. Okay. All right. That was step one, connect people to your brand. Let's go into step two. Before I go, questions. Let me go back to the chat. We'll do questions at the end, Brian, right?
Yeah, you got a couple, but yeah, let's keep it moving. Yeah.
Cool.
And
all right. Step two, captivate your audience with content. Okay. The objectives we use here are traffic, engagement, and video views, traffic and engagement on the new simplified objectives. The goal here is to, build your audience and engage your audience, right? We're trying to develop that like, know, and trust. So we call it, providing value, right? Value can be in the sense of teaching, educating. It could also be in the form of humor, right? So you need advertising or content that's going to build that like, know, and trust with your audience. Here are some examples. I go live pretty regularly, sometimes regularly on my page, sharing content, right? Here's an example of Facebook Live. I also will do some funny videos here and there. This is a video of like a cat dancing or someone pretending to make a cat dance. I just added some text above it. Here's things you can promote as well. Blog posts, right? These are inside the MLSP community where you can share these blog posts and send people to the blog, and you can actually track and target people or build audiences based on people who will visit the blog post, okay? Where you're providing value to your audience to get them to like, know, and trust you. So we got a video, we have videos, we have blog posts, articles, even engagement posts can, be a way to develop that, give value to your audience. So it can be both video, it can be engagement posts, it can be blog posts and articles, but you need some content to connect people to you and your brand. All right, live demo. That was quick. All right, let me see what happened. Okay, so on my page here, I posted an MLSP blog post earlier today. And what we can do with this blog post is turn this into a campaign to send traffic to the blog, right? So I can go back to the ads manager here. And let me turn these ads off because I don't want them to run. Create another campaign. And we're going to use traffic, right? We're sending people to the blog. So the goal is to get clicks on the blog, right? Hit continue. We'll just say, call this MLSP blog. Again, it's not a special ad category. Auction type, again, traffic, yep. Not doing the A/B testing, campaign budget optimization, not turning that on. Hit next. Website, yes. This is going to be, again, so here's the thing. Now that you've built an audience with those first couple of ads, right? Now we want to use the audience that we've built to put value in front of them. So now we're running our next couple of ads to our audience, people that are on our page now, to build that like, know, and trust. So this ad set is going to target people who have engaged with our business profile, okay? So we're gonna say our fans, right? Facebook fans, let's say, right? We're sending them to a website. We're not going to use dynamic creative. This just allows you to have multiple images and headlines in a particular ad. We're not using that. We're optimizing for link clicks, so link clicks to that website. And our daily budget is going to be $5 a day. And let's run this after we run the audience building ads, right? And you can maneuver and change, timeframes when they start, but I'm just doing this as an example, right? So we'll spend $5 a day starting next on the 13th to get people who liked our page to see some blog post. And so now this is where we're going to use our custom audiences, right? So we're going to use a custom audience of people who have interacted with our page previously. Click on custom audience, and we go to Facebook page. We hit next, and we choose the page that we want to get information from, and that's my business page here. You can choose different events, right? People who've engaged with your page, people who currently like or follow your page, anyone who visited your page, etc. I want anyone who engaged with my page the last 365 days. Or if you're just building an audience from scratch, it could be the last 30 days, right? Whatever it is. So Facebook calls Facebook engagers last 30 days. Create the audience. We'll hit done. And now all you have to do in terms of location is just change this to the locations that are in your target audience, right? So we say United States and Canada. And that's it. Don't need to add any interest or target because the first ads did that for us. Don't need to add genders. We can keep it pretty generic, both men and women. And placements, we want this to be automatic because we're sending people to a website. So it doesn't matter where they see this ad. We just want them to go from Facebook or from Meta to the website. We hit next. And we just name this MLSP blog. Blog post, how to get sales, how to get more sales. We'll choose the right page. Okay. Ad setup, we're using an existing post. We'll choose this. We'll find the post here. There it is. And voila. There's the post. We hit publish. And that's it. That's our traffic ad. Now, if you had a video, right, you would do something very similar. Let's grab a video real quick. So I'm going to grab this video here. It's a Facebook Live I did previously. It's all about like warning signs of your ad will fail. So I'm going to run this as an ad to my new followers and fans. So we go to create. Let me turn this off. We'll go to create. And now for this one, we just want people to watch the video. So on this particular way the objectives laid out here, we're going to go with engagement. Now, if you have the other version of the ads manager, let me go here real quick, and you would choose video views, right? For the previous ad we created, you would choose traffic. For this one, you would choose video views for this particular objective on the ads manager that looks like this. But we'll do it from here. We'll choose engagement. We'll hit continue. We'll give our campaign a name. So why video, your ads will fail. Right, no special ad category. Again, auction engagement, no CB campaign budget optimization here. We'll hit next. Right, so this is going to be Facebook fans. And we want people to engage on our ad. We want video views, which is already selected here, but you can change it, but we want video views for this particular ad. We're optimizing for through play, which means at least 15 seconds. I think that's by default, but you have the actual option to choose 2-second continuous video views. We want 15 seconds to optimize for ad delivery. Budget and schedule, again, $5. And we'll start this next week and end this the following week, right? Again, the audience is going to be our Facebook fans. So we'll just find that audience here, Facebook engagers, we'll choose that. And location will be people living in the United States and Canada. And we're not going to change anything about age, gender. We already did that in the first ads we set up. Placement, again, doesn't matter where it's shown. We want people to watch the video. They can be anywhere on Meta's variety of apps. We just want them to watch the video. We'll hit next. And we'll say this is a video. Why ads fail. We'll go ahead and choose our page in our Instagram account. And ad setup, we're using an existing post. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and find that post ID, which is, should be this number here. Copy that. And I can just enter that post ID number right here, and it should pull up the video. And voila, there is the video. Okay. Pulled in all the engagement on the video as well, so we're good to go there. And we hit publish. All right, so that was step 2. You can also do the same thing like we showed you earlier in the first ad setup. If you wanted to use a post, right, that you provided value on, like, you know, you did something like this with an image and you had like tons of text and you had like valuable content in there, you would just set up an engagement ad for that particular post and then share that with your existing audience, right? Your Facebook engagers 30 days. Okay, that was step 2. Let's dive into step 3, the fun one. Converting fans into leads. Converting fans into leads. For this, we're going to be using the engagement objective. Okay, our goal is to get people to engage on a post, and then we're going to reach out to them to have a conversation, to give them something of value, hopefully. Okay, here are some examples of ads that have worked previously. Okay, Facebook Lives, videos, and posts. This is a Facebook Live that I did where I was talking about something about Facebook ads, I think, two targeting tips. At the end, I basically said I'm looking to create a blueprint for creating ads. And if you want it, let me know below by typing in guide, right? I got a couple comments and I replied to them in Messenger to get their information. This one as well, right? This is from 2020, but what has been the best thing to happen to you in 2020? Drop a comment below and let's get ready to ring in this new year. Okay. Getting engagement, getting comments. This is taught in level 1, right? So taking those posts that you create in level 1 and turning those into ads to create engagement, get people to talk to, right? This is from Frank Kern. He's been using the strategy recently. This is from 22 hours ago, right? So again, this hasn't been flagged by Facebook, so it's working. So keep doing it, right? Basically, a new live class webinar where you're sharing how you made $574,000 in June with email. Tons of comments, right? 110 comments. He's using the exact same strategy of engagement to get people to comment on the post. Same thing here. Frank Kern again. Like these are I'm gonna start using some of this stuff because it's pretty funny and cool, right? Fun engagement, funny posts that get engagement, right? Some of this is probably organic too, but he's definitely running paid traffic to these particular images, right? So the goal here is to have something of value, right? You need a lead magnet, right? You need to pick one lead magnet to promote. There are a bunch of things you can promote in MLSP. That's why this community is so great. A lot of done for you stuff. So choose one if you don't have one. Lots of things you can choose from. Choose one if you don't have a lead magnet to promote and create an ad to promote this particular offer. Writing the copy for your post, as you saw before, right? If I go back to this image here, right? The copy is kind of pretty short and simple, right? So I recommend, you utilizing, I'm gonna give you 3 formulas here, but utilizing the first 2 because they're pretty short and easy to write and just get it done, right? So keep it short, simple, and to the point. Use one of the formulas. Formula 1 is the IIS. The second formula is do this, get that. Those are the 2 that I think you should probably use because it's very simple and straightforward. The other one is a 5-point copywriting format I'll go over, but I recommend you just keep it simple with Formula 1 and Formula 2. IIS is simply immediate desire, right? The one thing that your audience wants more than anything. The second I is hit on an immediate pain point, right? What keeps them up at night? Like what is that thing that they're grappling with at night? They can't sleep. 3 is a solution. What easy to apply solution does your business and product offer? Okay. Here's an example. Your skin deserves the very best, especially in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. If you're serious about maintaining healthy skin, try this simple 4-step skincare routine for radiant skin, right? And I might have an image of this downloadable that they can get and maybe an arrow pointing down saying, comment, something below, or let me know if you want it. Second copy formula, do this, get that, right? Do this, propose an easy solution to a problem, get that, end result, goal, outcome they want. Example, make these 5 simple tweaks to your Facebook profile and create a more engaging and interesting online presence that attracts people to your business, service, or opportunity. Get that. Want a copy of my profile profits cheat sheet? What's the answer going to be? Yes. Yes. Send it to me. I want it. Let me get it, right? In the comments. The 5-point copywriting formula is a little more complex, but we'll go through it very quickly. You want to grab attention, right? Call out your audience, let them know that this ad is for them. Ask a question, share a jaw-dropping fact or statistic, make a bold statement, use a relevant quote, hit pain points, right? No more than 3. What are the problems your offer solves for them? Introduce yourself. Tell your audience who you are and why they should listen to you. Build credibility. Offer to solve the problem. Tell your audience what you're offering them and how it's going to help them. 5th point, call to action. Tell them what to do next and get them to take action now. I'll read this quickly. This is the first part of it, right? So calling attention, grabbing attention. According to Forbes magazine, coaching is a $2 billion industry with 5.5% yearly growth. Yet while most coaches are good at what they do, helping clients reach their full potential, there's one thing that continues to be an ongoing battle for them: getting new clients, right? Pain points. Like most coaches, you're probably spending hours updating and perfecting your website, hoping it will magically attract new clients, sending Facebook messages to hundreds of people each day, waiting for that one reply saying, I want to hire you, and joining Facebook groups where your potential clients are hanging out and commenting on everyone's posts, waiting for the moment they respond so you can pitch your program. Have those strategies work for you? Probably not. Introduce yourself. Hey, I'm Antonio from Brooklyn, New York, but now in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I work with coaches. Show them how to use the power of Facebook ads to attract quality clients, and I want to help you out. I'm hosting an absolutely free 5-day Facebook ads challenge just for coaches. We are going to learn how to use Facebook ads to attract your dream client. And by the end of the 5 days, you'll have a Facebook ad launched and bringing you new clients. All you have to do is let me know you want to attend. When you do, you'll receive my 7-point Facebook ad coaching checklist to make sure you set everything up correctly before you go live. Grab your spot today. We start on July 18th. That's the post. Okay. Images, right? So there are a couple ways you can do images. Lifestyle photos work very well. You can design images in Canva. Here are two free sites where you can find images: Pexels, Pixabay. There's some paid sources as well: Deposit Photos and Elements Envato, right? But you want to have an image that's going to stop someone from scrolling, because people are just literally on their phones like this, scrolling through, looking for something to grab their attention. And that Frank Kern post of him, as a woman, grabbed my attention. So I took a screenshot of it, right? So you want images that are going to grab your prospects' attention. So let's talk about the process real quick, the follow-up flow, right? This is where you're getting emails and connecting with people. So you have your social media post, right? Your potential customer responds on your post. They then message you or comment, right? Depending on what you're asking them to do, they're going to message you or comment. And then you reply via Messenger or in the comments as well, but typically by Messenger, right? So you can do it manually or you can do it automated, right? And then you deliver your lead magnet. That's it. Live demo. Okay, so I'm going to create an ad for the profile profits cheat sheet. So let's do that here on my page here. I already created the text for it, which is, yeah. So create post. So we just copy this. Cool. All right, so make these 5 simple tricks to your profile. Create a more engaging, interesting online presence that attracts people to your service or opportunity. Want a copy of my profile profits cheat sheet. So I'll just go to let's see what Pexel has to offer. I'm gonna find something social media related. Social media. Marketing, let's see. This would be cool, actually. It's interesting. Oh, let's go with that one. You can scroll through and see what's here. And you can design your own, obviously, but I'm gonna go with that one to start. All right, so we'll go ahead and grab that image, drag it there. And we post it. And so here's the thing, this new ad can also be, we're gonna create this ad for our audience, but you could even use it to test running it to a cold audience as well, because you're giving away something for free. You're not really asking folks to buy something or whatever, but you can definitely test running it to a cold audience as well. I'm gonna set this up in the other one. So again, we're going with engagement because we want likes, comments, and shares. We'll comment that they want this. And so we'll hit next. We'll call this profile profits cheat sheet. Okay. Auction post engagement, that's correct. We're not going to use campaign budget optimization. We'll hit next. This will be for Facebook fans, not Dan's, fans. Be $5. and we'll run this right after the videos. So on the 20th through, let's say the 31st. Audience will be Facebook, page engagers. Oops. We'll change the location to United States and Canada. Scroll down, age and gender is the same. Again, placements, again, for engagement, we want likes, comments, and shares. So we don't want to use Facebook's automatic placements. We want to use manual placements and have this shown only on Facebook because we want the comment and the engagement on the actual ad. Optimize for ad delivery is post engagement. We'll hit next. We'll call this man image. We'll choose the page here. We're going to use an existing post. So we'll change the post here, and I might need to refresh. Let's see. Let me grab the post ID here because it's not showing up in that published post feed. Let's see if it shows up there. Nope. Oh, nope, didn't show up. Let's go ahead here into post ID. Let's see. Let's refresh this. I'm sure why it's not showing up. I might have to refresh the entire thing here. Let me refresh this. You guys are doing good. We got this is the last thing we do, and then we talk about budget, and then I'll answer questions. All right, let's see if that post comes up. Change post. There it is. Continue. Cool, and then publish. Now, as I mentioned before, you could run this to a cold audience as well. So if I wanted to duplicate this particular campaign, I can click on these three dashes here, do a quick duplicate. So it'll be the same post, but this time I can target, the network marketing leaders just to see if I get any hits there on this post. And then just, I can make this an exclusion. So exclude people who are on my page because they're already seeing the ad. And then scroll down here and go back to my, my targeting here, 24 to 54. And then throw in, the interest that we found earlier. And see if I get some leads, from here at a decent cause. Hig done. But your best bet is going to be, I think, initially is like building that audience, to build that trust and authority with them, right? So publish. And everything should be the same in terms of the ad itself. So it's just an existing post, so no changes here. And that is good to go. All right, last couple of slides here. Let's talk budget real quick. So how do you, we added some budget to the campaigns, but how do you strategically, lay this out so it works well for you? This is a simple, easy way to think about it, right? So you can adjust this depending on how you see fit. But weeks 1 through 2, let's say, of a month, right? You're spending $300 over the entire month, maybe more if you can. But week 1 through 2, you're getting people to connect with your brand, right? Running engagement ads and page likes ads, right? Spending $5 a day. So for 14 days, spending $5 a day. Week 3, captivating your audience with content, engagement ad, video views ad, or traffic ads, depending on what you're going to use. Right, in terms of engagement, and choose one ad for each step, right? So one ad for the engagement for the connecting people with your brand. One ad. It's going to be an engagement ad or a page likes ad. That's what you're going to use to grow your audience. Week 3, calculate your audience using an engagement ad, video user ad, or traffic ad. Choose one. Spending $5 a day. Week 4, you're converting your fans into leads. And this is all about engagement ads. Get people to comment on your post to get your lead magnet. And spending $5 a day. That's all, folks. That's all I got. Now we can, I know there's a bunch of questions that came in throughout.
So there definitely were. Guys, X in the chat for the man, Antonio Thompson there. Amazing stuff. Oh my goodness. And for our members who are all asking, I mean, this is streaming to our business page, so you could watch it there, but we're going to cut it up nice and pretty and replace the Facebook ads beginner training that's back there. So this will be sliced up for you. And yes, he just went kind of fast, but what's cool is as a member, you can pause and play, go over to the ad manager and do the step. Cool. Awesome, dude. Awesome stuff. Yeah, let's pepper some questions at you. There's a handful
of
them, but really good stuff, man. Guys, who feels a little bit more confident, competent, and at least you may not be a master 90 minutes later, but holy cow, like it's not like following Antonio's amazing training tonight, doable. Right? It doesn't need to be this mountain of a mystical, mysterious, journey. You could actually follow a proven template, pause the video, do the thing, pause it, come back, do what Antonio says here. Here's a call to action. Here's the connecting to your brand piece. Here's the converting, all the things, right? We could get out there for a couple bucks a day, right?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Sure.
Awesome. So Torres threw out like 4. Let's just do her real quickly. Cool. All right. They're a little bit somewhat more advanced here, guys. And guys, we're going to spend like 10 or 15 minutes on the questions, and we may have a follow-up, have Antonio come out for a follow-up, because this is the beginning, but for sure there is some wizardry as well as you get more advanced and use pixels and Antonio touched on custom audiences, guys. That's where you're really paying dirt cheap for people who already have affinity for it. Like people who have seen your stuff or engaged in anywhere on your stuff in Facebook, you can remarket them for like nothing. And I know that's how Antonio is getting a huge chunk of those 8-cent leads, a big chunk. My guess would be, right? Those 50-cent leads, those are first touch, like brand new cold audience. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. So I've got some questions for Antonio, but I'm going to give you guys, this is your show. So that's even more impressive. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. All right. So Torres, which do you recommend, budget on the campaign or ad set level?
It depends. So ad set level, if you're just testing new stuff out to see if offers convert, like to get different audiences, but when you're ready to scale up, campaign budget optimization is the way to go. Because you can make changes to the budget quickly.
There you go. Were you good?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Follow up here with Lisa Torres, everybody. I know this question is probably a little bit more advanced for this webinar training, but when do you know when it's time to scale? Also, if you want to increase your budget, do you increase the actual budget on the existing live ad, or do you duplicate and increase the ad spend on the new ad?
A lot of the answers are going to be, it depends. So with webinars, when it's time to scale, like when you're getting the results you want, like the cost per result, that's the time to scale. So you can scale 2 ways, right? You can incrementally increase over time. So 20, 30% every couple of days. Or you can start a new campaign and start at a higher level in terms of budget.
There you go. All right, Lisa, if you want to follow up on that, throw it in. All right, another one. Can you run an engagement ad to get new followers on Instagram too, or does that option work best for Facebook biz page only?
I've tried that. It's not as effective. What you would do is run a traffic ad to your profile and hope that people will follow you. So I've done it with traffic ads to the story placement in Instagram, and hope people will or follow rather, but it's not as effective as getting likes on Facebook. Yeah,
cool. And last one from Lisa, and guys, she slammed them in, and we're going to get, there's a handful of other people here, and hit us up with your question, guys. Q&A, anything we can do. And again, you will get the recording. So Frank Kern, so you can run an ad on how much money you've made with a specific strategy. I'm guessing a social proof. She means social proof. And can you run that?
Yeah, she's talking about the ad that he had with the text that said, "Hi, I made 574K in June with email."
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're not really looking at the image per se in terms of text. So I think he gets away with it because of that. He doesn't say anything in the actual copy about like what he made. So it's passing the mustard now. So why not test it?
Torres playing with fire. Okay, Bob is asking if you don't want engagement but want leads. I don't see the word for leads.
Say that once again.
Bob is more interested in leads conversions than engagement, so he didn't see the word for leads. So he was just asking, I guess, in the ad set.
Yeah. So I wanted to make this simple. So engagement, someone commented on a post and they want something from you, that's a lead. If you want to get leads in terms of name, email, and phone number, those are different objectives. One could be send them to your website where they actually opt in for a lead magnet, but those are conversion ads. Or what I'm seeing a lot of success with now is lead generation ads, and they're improving them. So that's another training we can do on lead generation and conversions. But this is more getting leads from a post.
Yeah, I mean, quick guys, $5 a day, like engagement. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I will say when you're talking about leads and conversions, the cost will be much higher.
Yep. Okay. Hi, Mary. So will the quality of leads improve with a higher budget?
No. It's about the offer and the messaging and the audience.
Cool. Mary, can the audience see what is on your business page if you don't pay for ads, or do you always have to pay for ads for them to view posts on your page?
So on your business page, it's going to be hard. Organic traffic on your business page is non-existent. So if you're gonna have a business page, you're gonna have to run traffic to get people to see your stuff. That's plain and simple.
This last level 1, we were playing around with that a little bit, and we found I think it was in the keto space. Forgive me, I forget. It was like he had a couple million fans, and I mean 0 engagement, like zero, because obviously he's not running ads. The guys, and we're, many of us are just starting from scratch on this webinar. This guy literally had millions of fans, and Facebook isn't giving him any love for free. Yeah. Right? You got to play over on your business page. Yeah. Like you got to pay. It's the only, Cool. Veronica, so if you are doing an ad for just page likes, it's okay to let Facebook decide where to put the post? Just clarifying, because I've been taught differently.
Yeah, I would say let Facebook, for that particular objective, let Facebook optimize the ad, because you want likes, thumbs up, that's all you want. Let Facebook optimize it for you.
Awesome. There you go. There you go. Hey, Don. Hello. For a beginner, would you recommend we have both the fan page and Instagram business page set up, or just one to start?
I would start with one. I'm all about keeping it simple if you can. So start with Facebook and build an audience there. And then, branch out, but start with one to start.
Awesome. Chuck, interesting question. Our cartoon images still working better than photos as like a pattern interrupt? What's your best photos right now as far as engagement and stopping that scroll?
It really depends on a lot of different factors, right? Sometimes it's just that scrolling video with the lead magnet. Sometimes it's just like I had a customer recently who did a challenge, and the image that won was just a simple color background with text on it. So it just depends. You just don't know what's going to work, and that's why you test.
Yeah. So when you set up an ad, how are you in this area as a begin, with a $5 budget? You recommend to just not split, creating multiple ads, just one, right? To kind of because there's not much to play with, right?
Yeah, not much money to play with there. So if it's not getting the result you want in a couple of days, then you start over.
Yeah. Cool. There you go. Michelle, restricted because of security reasons. Confirm identity. How do I fix this? Any experience with that, Antonio?
Say again.
So, hey, Michelle, she's restricted because of security reasons and having to confirm identity. Have you confirmed
your identity?
Yeah.
So they're gonna ask you to submit your ID and go through the process, and it can take a minute. They're really backed up for some reason, but just do the process and hopefully they get around to you.
Cool.
Or set up a new ad account if you can.
No one's asked about that. Any tips as far as like, it's not even like as far as setting up a new ad account? That's not good. We'll do a follow-up or something with that. We don't need to instill any fear. Just follow the guidelines. Y'all, you'll be good. You'll be good. And if you do get busted or suspended, it's okay. There's ways. Yeah. Torres says, yeah, I mean, you guys, when someone engages on your post, you can easily reach out and see how you can help them and offer them your lead magnet. How active do you tell clients to really get on that? You know, because you're paying for the engagement. They don't actually take the call to action you give them, but do you tell clients, or do you have your agency go back and engage with anyone and everyone and just start up a conversation and see where it goes?
We reply to comments. We don't actually follow up. Like if they say, oh, how do I get this? Because people don't follow instructions sometimes.
Yeah.
Just like click the button to download the thing. And we just say, hey, click the button to download the thing. But we don't like tell clients to reach out to customers unless it's like something serious.
Yeah. Okay, cool. But yeah, guys, I mean, if you're paying for $5, and Antonio and I can certainly both appreciate it, budget's tight. Like if you're just getting started and there's engagement, man, do what we teach at level 1. You open up that line of communication, see what's good. Can you get them to a lead magnet? Can you get them on the phone? You're paying for it, right? So if you're at that stage, get in there. Okay. So, hey, Chuck, getting shut down is part of the learning, right? Is asking, will $5 really work? Will $5 in this, what you just did tonight, really work?
Yeah, it will work if you work it.
Yeah.
Right. The plan I laid out is really about like growing your audience with a $5 a day ad spend, right? Getting people on the page that actually want to hear from you and what you have to offer, and then running ads to them, right? And engaging them and getting them on some kind of ad that gets them to say, hey, I want more information about this. I want this lead. I want to talk to you about this. It works.
Yeah. Awesome. Now, guys, are you going to get 1,000 leads in month 1 even with this? No, that wasn't the promise tonight, right? The promise was to get more engagement, get more likes, and get people in front of your stuff to open up lines of communication. And of course, it's going to depend on your communication skills and what we do with the engagement, and all that takes time. But this is definitely, a lot of our tribe wants to learn more about automation and not having to spend 8 hours a day in DMs and not having to do everything on social, with their time. This is Antonio's like a perfect first step. Like this, a perfect first step in that direction if you want to go there. Yeah. And let me be very clear, we're not throwing rocks at the social strategy. That's step 1 in our 10-step quick start, guys. You got to do what you got to do, right? But if you want to start paying a little bit, follow tonight's training. All right, Torres, 2 more. So when you test on the ad set level and find the ads that are converting into sales, at that point, you duplicate the same ad and switch the budget at the campaign level, or do you start a brand new ad with the same targeting, keeping everything the same except the budget? Do you see that question? I know that was
I'm looking at it now.
Read that a few times.
No, you create a new. If you're gonna scale up, it's either gonna be use the same campaign and you switch over to rephrase that. If you're gonna use the same campaign and you want to scale that up, you can increase the budgets at the ad set level, right? If you're gonna, let me rephrase that. Let me go back. Read the question again. At what point do you do the same ad, switch the budget to campaign level? So in that case, I would actually, if you can use the same ads that are working, in the sense that you set them up, they have a post ID, and you can use that in the new campaign. I would set up a new campaign using campaign budget optimization, using the same targeting, but grabbing the post ID of those particular ads that worked. So you have that social proof when you bring it over to the new campaign, if you can. If not, then you have to set up a new campaign, with a higher budget and replicate those ads in that campaign with the same targeting.
Would there be a reason why you couldn't pull that ID over and use that one?
Yeah, if you use like dynamic creative where you have multiple images and headlines, if you have specific sizes for placements, so like you have a specific size for reels and stories and the news feed, you can't pull the post ID.
Yeah, Torres, definitely. That if you can use it so you can keep that social proof, that's huge. With whatever you're trying to, I mean, you paid for that, and it helps people. They're like, well, that's okay. This people are watching, people are engaging, they're talking. What is this? What are we talking about here? Right? Shows that it's important.
And it might be beneficial if you're gonna set up a campaign, like having ad sets that are specific for a placement, right? So keeping everything separate. So the stories and reels placement in one ad set and a placement for the news feed, because you can't see engagement on stories, so there's no point in like having it in there. But using different ad sets to, have different placements.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, Torres, when you find the ad that worked with the $5 testing and you're ready to scale, what is the best budget to start with? To start with at the campaign level, $20 a day, $50 a day.
So that depends. So if you're talking about $5 a day, I'm not recommending $5 a day for conversion ads and lead generation ads. This is only for engagement video views. So in that case, if it's like an engagement ad where you're getting comments, you can make drastic changes to that campaign easily, because you're going to reach the number of events that need to occur in order for Facebook to optimize. So if you're spending $5 a day on an engagement ad and you're getting results you want, heck, just crank the budget up to 20, 30, 40, $50 a day and call it George. If you're running a conversion campaign, the numbers are different, right? Just pulling my notes here I got from Facebook. They recommend you start conversion ads at $45 a day. They recommend you start there. So you would scale up from there. But for this type of campaign engagement we're talking about, $5 a day is a good starting point. And then you can scale to like no return as long as you're getting the results you want.
Yeah, for everyone who just heard that, no gasping. We're not doing the conversion ads, right? That's a different animal with a very different budget. Again, not the intention or the outcome we were going for tonight. This is out of the gate engagement, likes, and leads to talk to, right? Cool. Chuck, last question, guys. The more ads you buy or run, will your account get better with a better acceptance with Meta?
Yeah, here's the thing, right? Meta wants you to spend money consistently. So whether that's, and you're treated better as an advertiser as well when you're running ads consistently. Now it doesn't have to be you're spending 10, 20, $30 a day on ads. If you have, a video views ad running consistently, you're spending $1 or $2 a day to get traffic or video views. Facebook likes that they see you're contributing to the ecosystem of the platform and people are engaging with your stuff. They're going to reward you in some way. And by doing that, right, running video ads and like engagement ads, you're building up your audience to target in the future, right? So, if you can spare $5 a day to just put content out to an audience on a regular basis, you're building up a huge audience that you can, at some point in the future, when you're ready to take it up a notch, run. Maybe you're launching something, 6 months from now. I would start 6 months. I would start today running some content for cheap to build that audience up. So when you're running your launch ads, it works better for you on the platform.
You guys get that? Did that land? Yeah, Antonio said that a couple different ways tonight. This is not like $5 and done, 5 and done. Like this is, you're building an audience that you will be remarketing to for a very long time. Like this is a virtual audience that, and I had to, when this stuff started coming out, I didn't get it. I didn't grasp it. I'm like, wait, when people kiss these ads, you can keep following them and putting more content in front of them. When you have launches, when you have events, when you have products dropping, when you have webinar coming up, you can pull an ad and target that audience who's hit your stuff in the last year. Which, man, that's a much, they have affinity for you. It's cheaper. It's way cheaper. So this is like the front end of the, top of that funnel type of thing, like we talk about. It's really, really cool stuff. So yeah, that there is they will pay dividends if you can get and stay consistent with this piece. Last question, Letty, if you don't have a business page, you cannot run an ad, correct?
That is correct.
That is correct. Y'all, no profile stuff, okay? Dude, awesome. So Chuck snuck one in there. If you have an ad that is doing well, does Meta reach out to you? Meta's reached out to you a bunch because I know you manage a whole bunch of ad campaigns.
Yeah.
Are you friends with people over there, or are they jerks behind the scenes? I've heard stories.
It depends on who you get. I always get calls from people trying to give me advice and like how to run ads, and they've been helpful in some cases to get accounts back, but that's about it. So Meta does have like a program where they'll reach out to you for advertising support and help. I don't know what the requirements are. I'm thinking it has to do with your ad spend, I would imagine, but I don't know. But there is an option where you can be assigned a account advertising expert that can walk you through some things. They really are there to get you to use some of their new features versus, they do help in some cases, but they really want you to use some of the things that they want to promote, like the lead generation ads now that are coming back into the fold because of the whole iOS update.
Yeah.
But they can be helpful in helping you deal with issues on the platform as well. So I got hacked apparently, and accounts got fraudulent activity and accounts got shut down and everything. So I can talk to somebody and they'll call you. They'll reach out to you and help you navigate the issue.
Nice. Sorry to hear that. I didn't know that. That sucks. Damn.
Oh yeah, it's fun. It's funny, but it's not funny.
Yeah.
It was in February. I was literally in bed, and my mom called me out of the blue. I was like, "Hey, it's late. What's up?" I go to my computer or my phone rather. I'm looking. I'm like, "Wait, why is this saying like I'm removed as an admin on my accounts?" And someone requested to increase the budget on this one account. So I get up, go to my computer. I can literally see the person moving their mouse.
Whoa, creepy!
To remove me and my team from ad accounts, and they set up ads on like a ton of customers' account and spent almost $30,000-$40,000 in ads.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
that's like criminal.
Yeah, and it took me about 2 months to get it all resolved.
Dude, whoa! Yeah. Across how many clients?
About 10.
Oh my gosh, what a nightmare, dude.
Yeah. That's when I made made the conscious decision to like look at some other platforms. Yeah. And like, one client was like, I want to get into streaming television. I was like, oh, great, let's do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Well, it's another night, another conversation there for sure, man. Dude, thank you. Thank you. You've answered even all these questions. Guys, drop an X in the chat for Antonio Thompson. If you're wanting some help with ads, guys, hit up, email support@mlsp.com and we'll have a conversation with you. Antonio is a coach here, and we can help as well. We've got other avenues for you. It's just support@mlsp.com. Email us and we'll get with you. And if you're a guest, we dropped a link in the chat, mlsp.com/pin. You can take a 100% risk-free trial. And if you don't like it in the next 30 days, let us know. We'll give you the $1 back. Like it's not about that. We've been doing this a long time. Let us see if we can help you. I promise you we can. Come in, take a look under the hood, go through the start here and see if you get leads. Okay. And this is, when you understand and go through the fundamentals, like we're going to teach you in the back office, and then you come watch Antonio's training again, it's going to make a lot more sense as far as what, in the engagement and the setup and the campaign settings, like, because you'll know who you're talking to and what you're selling. And it really, you can start to create some momentum quickly inside this beautiful community. Anything you want to leave us with, sir, as we wind this amazing training down? And it was awesome. And this was so thorough, so cool, so simple. You are a talent, sir.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. The one thing I would say, like, if you're, skeptical or just have that voice in your head saying, I can't do this, I can't afford it, just try. Right? Even if it's just that first post to get people to engage with a quote image, right? $5, share that with your ideal audience, whoever that may be on the platform. Let it run for a couple of days, get people to engage with it, and then invite them to your page. Start there. But you have to get it, be emotion to actually see and make changes and adjustments, right? If you're not gonna move forward, you're not gonna learn anything, you're not gonna grow. And so take a leap of faith and just like $5 a day, you can afford that.
Awesome.
If you can't, then it's just like keep doing level 1 stuff, right? The networking and prospecting. It's either going to be time and money, like Brian said. It's either time or money. A lot of people want to move from the time piece because they, it is can be a bit not challenging, but it requires a lot of effort and back and forth. But when you're running ads, you're getting your content from the people that actually might be interested in what you have to offer.
Love it. Awesome, man. Yeah, Anthony, I was just going to talk about the fear of running ads real quickly. Don't let that stop you, man. Jay-Z, I love him, man. I'm not afraid of dying. I'm afraid of not trying. What's the worst that can happen? You spend, I again can appreciate if you're on a crazy shoestring budget, but a couple bucks to just test it, go through the process. You might like it. You might be one of those weirdos like Antonio that love like the data, the metrics, the ads manager, and it might be a thing for you. And and you might go off and build a crazy, wildly successful business around this area of impact the way Antonio has now, and has his own agency and clients and full-time business, and who knows, right? But what I can tell you is that people want and need leads for every business. So what a skill to master. Antonio, thank you, sir. Much love, guys. That's another Wednesday webinar. You can go find him, go love on him. The replay will be in the back office. And dude, thank you. Thank you. Have a fantastic evening, y'all. And one quick X in the chat if you want Antonio back. You guys want another one? You guys want to follow up? Because I want to take him to a different, I want to open up some dialogue with him as well. Cool. We might have to do that sooner.
Okay. Yeah. We do some lead generation stuff.
Ooh. Have a fantastic evening, y'all. This webinar is a wrap. Thanks again, brother.
Cool. Thanks, Brian.
Yep.
Bye.